Welcome everybody. I just wanted to remind everyone of the importance of shower filtration. This is something that is an absolute must. We live in a world, ladies and gentlemen, especially in the big cities where the water is heavily polluted with a various array of different chemical compounds and different constituents, such as but not limited to chlorine, chloramines, pipe residues, scaling lime, inorganic compounds, radioactive constituents. They have found things like chloroform, strontium, vanadium, algicides, cobalts, runoff. I mean, it's really crazy. Scaling lime, I think I may have already said that. Inorganic materials and minerals. It's just not good to bathe in this stuff. You know, drinking it is bad enough, but if you're bathing in it as well, what happens is it goes through your skin. Your skin is transdermal. You absorb things, transdermally through your skin. And most people bathe, ladies and gentlemen, in hot water. And if you're bathing in hot water, it opens the pore up. And if you do that, the water, goes right into your pore and gets shuttled into your system. You're also in hot water, you guys, you're breathing in the vapors. So you're breathing in a lot of chlorine and chloramines. So it's not good. So I'm not saying that this is some magic fix-all, because it's not. These filters, they're usually pretty short, but they do filter out a decent amount of the odors. Excuse me, guys, I just had a brain fart. The odors, the chlorines, the chloramines, and some of the heavier particulates. And I'm telling you, or I said that they don't filter everything out, because water comes out of these pipes rather fast, you guys, and these filters are pretty short. So there's not a lot of exposure time to the membranes, but they do drastically change the texture or the feeling of the water. The water feels much softer when it's filtered through a filter, you guys. Especially, one of the greatest things, or I remember the first time I bathed in shower water, I was amazed. It's like, wow, my skin feels so much better. It turns the shower experience into a health promoting experience, and this is something that everyone can do. A lot of people may have difficulty eating all the health food, eating 10 cups of vegetables or this and that a day, consuming algae potions. A lot of people don't like the taste of certain foods that are healthy because the taste buds have been programmed. But you make an investment in a shower filter, you install it with a little bit of Teflon tape, and you put a shower head on it, and bam, every time you get in the shower now, you're doing something that's effortless for your health. You just bathe in the water. You do what you're doing now, you just add the filter on. It's that simple. For years, you guys, I suffered with a skin rash, a condition that I thought would never go away, and it wasn't until I stopped swimming and playing water polo in high school. I actually played water polo in junior college. After junior college, you guys, I stopped swimming in pools, and I noticed that my skin got a lot better and my rash was pretty much near gone, but it wasn't completely gone. And shortly thereafter, I discovered shower filtration, and when I started showering in filtered water, my rash was gone very, very quickly. So I discovered that chlorine and the different constituents in the tap water that I was bathing in was really damaging my skin and actually giving me that rash. So again, you guys, I'm not saying that this is a magic fix-all, but I am saying that it's absolutely essential. Even if you minimize the amount of toxic or exposure to these toxic chemicals and compounds, you are going to be doing yourself a huge service. Now, the chlorine and the chloramines and different pipe residues and constituents that people are inhaling and freebasing through the steam when they shower is destroying the health of your gut and your microbiome. So a lot of these things, when they're exposed to heat, and because there's so many things mixed together, there's metals and chemicals and deodorizers and algicides, these things have almost a neurotoxicative effect on the immune system when they're mixed together and superheated, and you're bathing in it, it's getting into your skin, and you're absorbing it through your lungs, you're inhaling it. So people are literally, every day, a lot of people shower every day. I don't personally, but a lot of people do. It's like a toxic sauna of sorts when you're doing that, if you're not filtering your water. So the greatest thing to wrap things up, you guys, the greatest way to do this is to get a whole house water filter, which are these big cartridges that you attach to your house that filters all the water that goes to all your piping. So if you get a whole house water filter, ladies and gentlemen, it filters the water that goes to all of your sinks, to your hoses, everything. All of the water passes through that whole house filter. But the greatest way to bathe in clean water is to get a whole house water filter and then get a shower filter on top of that. And for years, you guys, I would run 2 filters. I would double up the filters, and I would put crystals in one of my other filters. So I would have a filter, water filter, or shower filter, excuse me, with a cartridge. These have charcoal and KDF 55D, copper zinc amalgam, and a handful of different materials in them to filter out and soften the water. Then I would take the same cartridge and thread it onto the threads right here without the, I would take the same shower head, excuse me, I just woke up, you guys. I'm a little exhausted. My brain apparently isn't keeping up with my mind vice versa. But I would take a shower filter. I'd buy another of the same shower filters, but I would open the shower filter and take the cartridge out and stuff it full of like a shungite or clear quartz, and then I would have water that was filtered and it would get ran through the crystals, and that really restructures water, you guys. You have to remember, in nature, water passes over rocks and things like that and picks up sediment, and the rocks really restructure the water, and we'll talk more about that in the near future. But I just wanted to wrap this up. I have a bunch of different shower filters in my Amazon store. You can find links for that below if you're interested. If you click the link to go to my Amazon store and buy something, I get a little percentage of that. It helps fund the operation. And even if you don't buy something from my store, if you access Amazon through the link below and just go shopping for whatever it is that you want, and you don't close the link and you end up buying the products, I get a little percentage of that. And again, it really helps. This is an aftermarket shower head, you guys. Surprisingly, as crazy as it sounds, this is a low flow shower head. But yeah, I don't shower every day. I have a very small footprint when it comes to showering. I don't do a lot of it. I'm not going to say I don't do a lot of it. I don't do it every day. I think it's kind of excessive to do that. Unless I'm exercising a lot, and during winter I'll shower less, and during summer I'll shower more because I exercise quite a bit during summer. But just a brief little tip, you guys: get a shower filter. Stop waiting. It's a simple fix. I'm not going to say it's a fix, excuse me, but it's a simple upgrade. You want to make sure that everything in your house, to the best of your ability, gives you health instead of having it strip health from you. Peace be with you.